15 games in, Coach, what's your impression of how your young players have handled living and working and dealing with the media attention in Toronto?
Well, I haven't evaluated how they've done with the media, so I'll ask you guys, how have they done with the media? No, seriously, have they been all right? So what we ask of them is we ask them to come and try to be good pros every single day. We ask them to eat right and to live right and be good in the community. We talk to them about it's a privilege to play in the National Hockey League, and in particular in Toronto, and so to treat it with respect. And you have an obligation to your fans to play hard, to do things right, and to treat people right. And part of that's answering the call with the media on the days you play real good, which is fun, and on the days you don't play very good, which isn't much fun.
Do you expect to be using Nikita as much as you have been?
Well, I really liked him. Okay, in saying that, how do you ever know when you bring a guy from a different league on a bigger rink in a way different kind of environment, and how do you know what's going to happen? You don't really know. I knew he was good offensively. I knew he was competitive. I knew he had good edges and all that, but I didn't know he was going to be a pro like he is. There every day he wants to get better, and he's way more competitive than I could have hoped. And his ability to process information. Like he told me today, he said for the first 5 games, you got to remember he wasn't here for training camp. And I wasn't here for training camp. For the first 5 games, he didn't know one thing I was talking about, he told me. Which is reasonable. You think you get 8 exhibition games. On a normal year, you'd probably have most of that stuff. But then, you know, it's a new language. Not the English language is new to him, but it's just a new language of hockey and the way you explain things. And so I think that's been an adjustment. But he's a real good player for us. I like our young players. We can be a way better team with detail, though. We can be a way better team fast. So we need to get more detail in our game, and we can't have the variance from night to night that we have. So I got a 23, a 21, and a 19-year-old. There's variance in their life, too, though. I don't know if you know.
Mike, how do you counter the impact that Mike Fisher has had on their penalty kill as your power play goes to work tonight?
Well, I mean, Fish... You know, I'll tell you the truth, I don't know Fish at all. I just know him from coaching against him, competes every night. He's a heavy body. He's dialed in. He's 56% in the face-off circle. He does it right. He's a pro. So how much better does he make their penalty kill? Because he does it right, because he makes everyone else do it right. That's what you want from your older guys. You want your older guys to set the tone, not by what they say, but what they do. And Fisher, to me, is a good example of a good man.
Mike, when you're building a team identity and a culture, how much do you rely on the personalities that really kind of sell that historically?
Well, it depends where you're at. I mean, if you've gone to a culture and it has the identity that you want, and the guys know what they're doing, and you're comfortable with what's going on in the back of the bus, in the back of the plane, and then out for meals, then you're comfortable with that. If you're just figuring that out and trying to get it established, you know, that's another thing. But what I do know is when young guys arrive in the National Hockey League, if 5 years later they're not good men, good people, and good players, it's on you.
How do you coach Austin in terms of the process?
Hey, Pete, how are you, boy? Oh, just saying hi to Pete behind you. I hadn't seen him in a long time. So how do I coach Austin?
You're coaching the process with him and not
Yeah.
worrying about results. How do you do that? Are a lot of one-on-one? Do you show him certain things in video? Do you show him numbers? Like, what's your process in coaching the process?
Well, a whole bunch of different things. I showed him clips of Sidney Crosby the other day. I showed him clips of Henrik Zetterberg a couple days before. I show him stuff of himself. It's when you come to the National Hockey League and they let you be a winger for a couple of years and you learn how to play, it's way easier. When they make you go head-to-head and play without the puck and do all those things, the biggest thing that he's figuring out fast. So he's gone, I think in his first 5 games, I think his face-off percentage was 44. And then I think he went to 50 in the second 5, and I think it was 55 in the third 5. So what he's telling you already, he likes having the puck. Like he's sick and tired of chasing it already. So then the next thing he's going to figure out is if he stops in the right place on defense and puts his stick in the right places, the offensive players are going to keep giving it back to him, and then his skill set's going to come out. So, but the hardest part for a kid when you come to the National Hockey League is you never get the puck. You work on all this stuff. There was a great article Shane Doan was talking the other day, and he was talking about all these kids. They got all these skill coaches, and they got a fitness coach and all this, but they don't got a guy who tells you to stop in the right spot so you can get the puck back. So you get out there and you got all these skills, but you never get to use any of them because you never get the puck. I thought it was a heck of an article by, I don't know, it was Donor 40. He's got it figured out.
Is that what you're showing him with Sid and Hank? Like, look, they're stopping here. Here's their stick positioning. Are those the things you're showing him?
What I showed him with Zetterberg was how he got the puck back 3 times by just standing in the right spot. Shut everything down. He had the puck. And what I showed with Sid is how when he got it and he drew you to it and he got you out of position, he didn't clean it off 2 more times. He just made the play.
And that's you and him one-on-one?
Yeah. That's got to be enough. I did more than enough there. That's good. Yeah, no, yeah, I got her. I gave you as much as I could.
You always sound to me like a guy that really believes in centers starting off as wingers, but you've made a completely different choice with Austin starting off as a center.
Well, I just think he's that good. You know, it's not like I came up with this theory. I just watched it happen. I watched Zetterberg and Datsuk and all these guys in the league. I watch these kids. Everyone's mad at them in their first 3 years of their career. Well, why would you show them negative clips every day when you can show them positive clips? Being a winger, it's just not worth it. They figure it out. So I think that's part of the process. In our situation, we need him to be a dominant center for us. We think he's going to be by Christmas time. We think he's a very good player already, but we think he can be lights out, both with and without the puck. And, you know, it takes a lot of pride in himself.
Mike, one of the items on the GM's agenda today is discussing the shootout, and I think one of the GMs has an idea about maybe making it like international, where the same guy could shoot over and over again. Just wondering your general feelings of the shootout and what you would do maybe to make it more exciting again.
Well, I'm on record as I didn't like the shootout, but the fans liked it, so then I decided I liked it too. You know, honestly, I haven't put 1 second of thought into the shootout. Whatever they decide, we're going to go with and adjust accordingly. But I didn't mind when Sid got to go a few times. I think one time there, I think it was against Switzerland or something. Hard to believe we needed him to win a shootout to win the game, but we did.